It's good weather, that is. Because right now it's raining.
I'm still going. I'm going to work tomorrow. So, gotta get that OT. Uh-huh.
Thank you. Wow, you didn't trick that time. Bravo.
These are for your memories. To remember after I die and pass away. Oh, look at these photos. These are when we went to the Air Museum with my daddy.
We're going to go this way, please. All right, this is called a number of things. This is called an SNB, or a C-45, or a Beech D-18. It was designed in 1937 to be an executive transport, and that's what it did. It hauled people around, either commanders or business execs. My dad flew one when he flew for American Breakthrough Tube. He flew another one when he flew for Morgan and Peasley's out of Stowe, when he wasn't flying Goodrich's 600-mile-an-hour jet. There's laundry hanging up here. Come on over. Let everybody get up here. Please be careful of that propeller. You won't hurt it if you run into, but it will hurt you.
No, it's the smell of the food.
Can we get everybody over here, please? So this laundry hanging up here, it's a glider that was designed in 1908, flown over 100 times in 1909 by William Martin. It was in the Smithsonian, but we ended up with it. Very stable. The Wright brothers wanted to know how he did what he did because everything they made were biplanes with externally straight wires strengthening the wings. His was a monoplane, but very stable. It's so stable that in 1909, how old are you, sir? 7.
No, 8.
8? His 8-year-old granddaughter took that thing to 75 feet in the air. Would you fly something like that?
No.
Well, she did. Now, math problems. 1909 plus 30 equals 1939. You can't see it because of all the stuff here, but over in the other corner is a Martin B-26 bomber, 300-mile-an-hour plus bomber. For 30 years, we went from that to that 300-plus-mile-an-hour bomber. 1939 plus 30 equals 1969. 30 short years, we went from that bomber to Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. So in 60 short years, which is forever as far as you're concerned, and you, but 60 years for me. At the end of next month, I'll finish my 77th orbit around the sun. And I'm telling you, that first 60 years went just like that. And all you got to do to say that is keep breathing. That's the key. Just keep breathing.
You've been watching Lord of the Rings too much.
I know. At any rate, that is a 1/10 scale Saturn. It developed 10,000 pounds of thrust when it flew twice. Then the guy that built it gave it to us. This is the gondola from the Spirit of Akron blimp. And there is a way to get in it, but I haven't figured out the rat maze yet. Got the most comfortable seats in the house, I'm telling you. If you ever sit in them, you wish they were in your car. Yeah. This is the mooring mast that they used to hold the blimps when they came in to keep them from drifting.
No friends.
Okay, we got a number of artifacts here.
This is real. Everything here is real.
All right. Yeah. This is World War II internet equipment. Radio, in other words. They use these things called vacuum tubes. How many know what a vacuum tube is?
Why does that sound
All right. I didn't think so. These are vacuum tubes. They look like little lights, but they actually
Looks like fuses.
they act
Way.
like resistors and they act like transformers.
Yeah.
Okay. They were replaced by something called transistor. How many know what a transistor is? You have a transistor radio at one time?
Had one.
Yeah, me too. All right. Much smaller. Transistors have been replaced by ICs. What is an IC? Your computer, your phone's full of them, integrated circuits.
Yes.
All right. So you went for this monster stuff. That would be the size of a pinhead in transistor for IC form, or smaller than that in IC. All right. Now, this is dedicated to the
request air support.
Anybody ever hear of the Wind Talkers?
Yes.
This is dedicated to them. The Wind Talkers were Native Americans, Navajo.
Mm-hmm.
Their language is not written, and the only people that, for the most part, the only people who know their language is other Navajo. During World War II, we needed to transmit messages. But we didn't want the Japanese tapping into the phone line and learning what we're going to do. So we got these fellows. They used their language, and they were given code words too that other Navajo wouldn't know. And they would transmit these messages over the radio. Everybody could listen, but nobody knew what they were saying. It was the one code that was never, ever cracked until it was declassified in 1976. Now, these guys had a dilemma. And you do understand the Indian reservations is occupied territory. Okay, now some of you were learning this in school. When the Pilgrims showed up on the eastern shore, it started an invasion. Well, the Indians didn't recognize it as an invasion. Some of them did. And these people did not consider the U.S. government their government. But they had to make a decision. Are we going to put our lives on the line of an occupier? Or are we going to help them? Or are we going to say no? Many of them realized that under the U.S. government, they're doing so much better than they would be under a German or Japanese government, who like to do away with people that didn't look like them, or sound like them. So they did help. There's a movie out called Wind Talker. Nicolas Cage starred in it. And his job was to guard his Wind Talker. And if that Wind Talker is going to be captured, his job was to kill him. Needless to say, the Wind Talker didn't appreciate that when he found out.
Yeah.
But that's how it was. So we're honoring these guys today. Okay? They have all kinds of honor coming to them. This is a 106 millimeter recoilless rifle. And for a long time I couldn't figure out how